You don't have any control. All right, Karen, bring that beat back. Bring that beat back. Um, okay, there we go. Bring that beat back, Karen. Can you bring that beat back?
The Self Love Show, giving you more than vitamins and minerals. Food for your soul, information and plans integral to making your mind grow. With more growth and development, BS is irrelevant to the intelligent. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is what we represent. It's the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. We do it for our people. The Self Love Show, it's the Self Love Show, it's the Self Love Show. To expose they don't equal. The Self Love Show, the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. Story Wordsmith 9 mil. The Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. You know how the story goes. It's the Self Love Show.
That's right. The views expressed in today's The Self Love Show are those of the hosts, guests, and are not necessarily reflective of TATN or any affiliates. Welcome to The Self Love Show on This Ain't That Network or the TATN.
It's the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show.
This is a safe space where we dive extremely deep into the intersection of mind, body, spirit, culture, and society. This is one of the co-hosts, 9 Millie. All praise to the ancestors, the most supreme high. And last but certainly not least, my late and beloved Mama Sky. I miss you every moment. Today, we dissect the strange, the symbolic, and the interstellar. In this episode, we turn our gaze to the third known interstellar object to allegedly enter our solar system, 3I Atlas. Unlike the familiar debris of satellites, which is junk, and spent rocket stages, 3I Atlas arrives from the deep unknown, unbound by our sun's gravity, and wrapped in mystery. Is it just cosmic litter flung from a distant star system? Or could it be something more deliberate? An artifact, a probe, a message. We'll explore the physical anomalies, the orbital oddities, and the cultural blind spots that shape how we interpret such phenomena. Why do big science institutions such as NASA need another space agency rush to label these objects as inert? What assumptions are baked into our definitions of junk? And how does the myth of 3I Atlas, burdened by the heavens, echo in our collective shrug toward the unexplained? This ain't just a science story. It's a narrative about curiosity, control, and cosmic indifference. I don't care if we lose. I'm Caleb Williams. As always, we'll unpack the metaphysical and conspiratorial layers beneath the headlines. What if 3I isn't just an object, but a symbol, a test of our readiness to confront the unknown? Whether you're a skeptic, a seeker, or someone in between, the superposition, okay? This episode invites you to reframe the question. Not what is 3I Atlas, but why do we keep looking away when the sky sends something strange? We just call it junk. So, whip out your self-love vision, okay? And your 10 hats. This is the Self Love Show, and this is the revolution. And the revolution will not be on YouTube. These are lessons, not lectures. We're live in living color. Today is Tuesday, October 28th, at about 7:36 in the holy Mecca city of Chicago. And as always, you cats can be anywhere in this magnanimous universe, but thankfully, we all chose to be here together. That's right. Here together. Bear down, bear down. What down, brother Wordsmith? What you manifesting today?
Love, nine. You know me. I'm manifesting love. What you manifesting?
Ditto, good brother. Pure, unfiltered. Some say harsh, some say tough. It's unfettered. And I can tell you, it's self love just the same.
No doubt, no doubt.
So, what's been going on in your neck of the shy since we last popped out, bro?
Man, this weather has been tripping. It's up and then down. Up and down. It's been going crazy. Along with these ICE agents and all this political back and forthness with this government shutdown. We're gonna see. Got a few more days, and it's gonna be serious. It's gonna be serious like one of them star systems. If on November 1st, ain't no EBT. What you know about that? Because we're almost 4 weeks into the shutdown. I didn't find out about it until, I stay unplugged. Shit, I think it was last week or something. I was like, shutdown. Everything seems to be going at pace. I don't know what's going on there.
So it's 56 degrees. Where you at right now?
Oh man, it was 40s earlier.
Damn. Man, it got as high as 97 inland over here in LA. You know,
Man,
heat
yeah,
wave.
yeah. Every day or two. It's nice. Nice. But oh yeah, on Friday, it's a Friday, yeah. We released Going to the
Oh,
Club, Eddie Sevo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that on YouTube Music?
It's on all of your streaming platforms. All of them.
See if we can pull it up. Here,
Yeah.
Andre. Going to the club. Y'all stream that song, Going to the Club.
Yes,
You know what I mean? How much does it cost them to stream it? So
it's free 99. Doesn't even cost a dime, but it'll help us immensely.
facts. Let's see here. Eddie Sevo. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, I'm going to the club. I am going to the club.
Yes, oh, that's just a short.
Oh, like a promo.
Yeah.
Turn up, yeah, yeah. I'm going to the club. Turn up, yeah, yeah. I'm going to the club. Turn up, yeah, yeah. I'm going to the club.
It might be the lyric.
Yeah.
We got a real video for it though.
Okay. We'll dig it out. All right, y'all. Yeah, pour that up. I'm going to the club. Eddie Sevo, Schizo. I mean, Wordsmith. He ain't going by Schizo no more.
And it's just Eddie Sevo.
Okay. All right, hold on. All right, y'all. So y'all support, y'all stop the violence too. You know what I mean? Stop the violence, get your checkups and all that good stuff. Love yours, because life is for love. Life is for to be happy out there. You know. So, what to expect on today's show? We always kick it off with the Self Love Show quote of the day, and then we have our more growth and development video. That's more MOOR growth and development video. That's the platform the Self Love Show is standing upon. We're going to also unpack two short videos. We're going to react to them. We'd love to get your input on the reactions. Today's topic is Three Eye Atlas, Shrugged. Unpacked. So it's doing some really weird stuff that's got even Harvard scientists befuddled. Could be a psyop. We're going to let you know what this is in our minds as the show goes on. Do us a favor, smash that like button, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? All that good stuff. Any scientists out there, we want to hear from you. Maybe you're um, maybe you're an amateur astronomer, you know, maybe you've been looking up to the skies. I don't know. But we want to hear from you. This is interactive. His brother Wordsmith has typed in the chat. Before I turn it over to him to handle his business, big up to our sponsors, Midwest Festivals presents Ancestral Echoes. That's an annual, right now, it's been in Illinois, glamping, house music festival, extravaganza, even. Um, they can drop ship your camper, or they got tents available. If you're a veteran camper, you can bring your own stuff and set it up. It's all about glamping, getting out there amongst the trees, amongst the stars, connecting with the ancestors, hearing some really, really top DJs, some great music, and being around some extremely powerful people. Is that a fair assessment?
Oh, amazing assessment. Beautiful. You got to be there. And, we're almost on the edge. We're on the edge. Gonna let you know where it's at. It's gonna be a big announcement. Should be a lot closer.
Big announcement. Big, big, big announcement. We're building a big ballroom. You know what I mean? It's going to be a big announcements. And big ups to Tay Mills Aesthetics. You find yourself in sunny Southern California. She's a multicultural skin, body, and weight loss pro. Licensed, bonded, fully insured. Reach out to www.taymilzaesthetics.com. www.taymilzaesthetics.com. Big ups to Bella B. Bella B, if you need some swag, put on a shirt, sweatshirt, pair of socks, headband. Maybe you're wearing a fanny pack and you want to get it personalized. Reach out to Bella B. Bella B can be reached at designs365@gmail.com. Place your orders now. Last but not least, find yourself in Chicago area. You might need a tow out there. Reach out to Jim Recovery. That's right, Jim Recovery. I think he holds the record in the state of Illinois as being the smallest center and nose guard in the history of the state of Illinois high school sports. That's Jim Recovery. All right. He'll come out there in a brand new, partially AI powered flatbed truck and get you and your whip home or to the mechanic safely. All righty. Enough of my yapping. I'll turn it over to this brother to handle his business.
Yes, y'all. It don't stop. Self Love Show rocks on. As always, we have some very important videos that I need you to check out, especially the Silverback More Growth and Development platform, which we're building the Self Love Nation off of. As always, before that, we have the Self Love Show quote of the day. The eternal silence of these infinite spaces frightens me. Once again, the eternal silence of these infinite spaces frightens me. Blaise Pascal. And The Silverback, more growth and development.
Silverback More Growth and Development Platform. Number 1, repair our nation via reparations. We demand our silverback. Number 2, to connect our breadwinners with our activists. And 3, show an accurate depiction of African American Chi-Town. 4, to shine a light on positive influence. 5, heal our community one person at a time. 6, provide an unfiltered platform for our influencers. 7, recycle the black dollar. 8, to provide mentors for the mentorless. 9, to close the gap between us and our pain.
Number 10, protect our men, women, and children by any and all means necessary.
Amen to that. People said amen. If y'all missed last week's The Self Love Show, we unpacked, we extended our 187 bars series. That was volume number 20. So we've done 20 of them. A Dead Rapper series, The Life and Mysterious Death of Mobb Deep's R.I.P. Prodigy.
Yeah, there lots of information I didn't know, and I advise you to go check it out. Check it out.
Yeah, very deep, brother. Warm-up poll question. I put the link in the chat. And the poll is pretty simple. What is 3I Atlas? What is 3I Atlas? Option number 1, space junk. Option number 2, alien probe. I didn't give an option for rubbing my fence on the bum because I think it's affecting the data sometimes when people are just being lazy out there.
It's not always lazy. I mean, you've rubbed your bum.
That's true. I have rubbed my fence on the bum, my bum on the fence a few
This
times.
one, it's.
You might have been rubbing you might have selected the bum this time.
Yeah, because I don't know if it's a natural thing or anything, because they make up so much stuff.
Yeah. They sure do.
Yeah, so
need another space agency is they've got photos, they won't release them. We'll get into it. And then tomorrow is supposed to be the big day for 3I Atlas, which we'll get into it.
yeah.
All right, y'all. Yeah, so we'll let you know.
Up.
What's that?
Said it shows back up.
Yeah, we'll let you know what we voted at the end of the show. You guys, please click that link and let us know what you think. All right. 3I Atlas Shrugged, Unpacked. Please hit that like button. Okay. Brother Wordsmith, did you see Drop Dead Gorgeous twins? Have you seen these twins? They're going viral all over Inside Edition, all over the internet. Karen twins.
I've been very much unplugged as of late. Had a lot going on. So
smart. Potentially.
I don't even think even with your creative, I don't think I have. No.
Potentially maggots, the MAGA maggots. I don't know. Drop Dead Gorgeous. Fair use.
These identical twins are trying to pull a fast one. Samantha Peterson crashed into a horse-drawn buggy where the local Amish community shuns motor vehicles and modern technology. The accident left 2 children dead and injured 2 others.
Are they injured? Are they talking?
Oh yeah, there's one laying in the road even, and there's one over in the ditch.
Instead of owning up to what she had done, Samantha called her twin sister Sarah to rush to the scene of the accident. What happened next is something you only see in the movies. Samantha asked her twin to switch places with her and falsely tell police that she was the one behind the wheel when the tragedy occurred. Why the switch? Because 37-year-old Samantha Peterson was high on meth. They might have gotten away with it, except for this. The twins were placed in the backseat of a cop car, and audio captured them cooking up the plot to deceive detectives.
There's no way they would ever know the difference between the two of us.
Law enforcement had left the recording device on so that we were able to overhear them talking about how they were exchanging identities. At the scene, one of them had changed clothes so they would have very similar clothes.
Samantha also texted a coworker right after the crash. I just killed 2 Amish people. They were kids. I made Sarah come there and take the fall for it so I wouldn't go to prison. And she Googled, if you hit a buggy and kill 2 people, are you going to prison? Samantha has just pled guilty to criminal vehicular homicide. A judge in Fillmore County, Minnesota sentenced her to 4 years in prison. Her sister didn't get away with it either. She got 3 months for aiding and abetting.
All right, I want to hear your take, and before I hear your take,
killing 2 children.
How much time do you think Shaquina and Shakita, if they tried to pull that?
Life, and you know, 5 years for the other twin that didn't.
Right. The other twin might have gotten to 4 years. Right. She showed no remorse, bro. Those are kids.
Yeah, that's they're Amish though. That's a problem for the.
She's not Amish.
People don't care. I'm talking about the people she killed. People don't care as much about the Amish.
I can't hear you, Phil.
I said people don't care as much about the Amish. She killed 2 Amish children. And it's ridiculous that there was no time given, and
That's mathematics. All right. Mathematics. It's beyond dumb on so many different levels. Kids, don't drive on MEP.
Don't do meth.
Well, yeah, that would be the obvious, but don't drive on MEP. I mean, they tell you don't drink and drive. Nobody tells you don't drink. You know what I mean? Don't drive on MEP. Call an Uber. Call the Amish. I'm sure they got some sort of Uber where, they don't use technology, but you come up with a
hard
horse.
time to give them a call.
Well, I mean, you stand at certain places and the horse and buggy pulls up, I'm sure.
Amish, we need a ride.
Mm-hmm. Wow. RIP to the children and love and condolences to the family. Got to be devastated, huh?
Yeah. How the fuck do you hit a horse and buggy?
Right. She was tweaking hard. But wasn't tweaking hard enough to know I can get my twin over here and then let me text my coworker. And
get her right over here and get her some time in jail along with you.
Wow.
Ain't that some shit?
Well, she figured if the twin wasn't high, she wouldn't have got jail time. They would have looked at it as an accident. But that's sure risky, ain't it? Because like you just said, how do you it's negligent homicide either way you look at it. You're not looking at she must have been texting. How do you hit a horse and buggy that fast? Drop dead gorgeous.
Oh my God. Oh, ugh.
The biggest story here.
Sick to my stomach.
You got the one identical twins. They could be a case study on this is your brain on MEP. You know what I mean? You got both of them because one of them looks different and you're starting to see the MEP eating away at the other one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those pictures that they showed of them together was not when the day of the accident. Because when you see them together, one is bigger than the
Yeah,
other.
and one is thinner. The one on map
Yeah,
is thinner.
yeah.
Mhm.
They don't look exactly identical anymore.
Wow. All right. We got one more to run for y'all. 2025 Stingray. In fact, I saw a Corvette. Some guy in a raggedy truck had hit a Corvette today, bro. And that guy looked pissed. You know, he didn't have no insurance. All right. CBS Boston, fair use.
This is a stingray off the coast of Rhode Island, a massive stingray that surprised a lot of researchers. WBZ's Courtney Cole joins us live in the studio. And Courtney, this is not something you see every day, that's for sure.
Certainly not, David and Lisa. I mean, it is just majestic here. Look at how much of the screen even it takes up in just the video. So what you're getting a look at here is a large rough-tailed stingray. Let me give you some context here. It's about 7 feet across and weighs more than 650 pounds. Whoa. Experts say the rays are usually buried under the sand, waiting for their next prey. So it's unusual to get to see them like this. The ray was filmed off the coast of Rhode Island, and it swam near what's called a baited remote underwater video system. That's that cage you see there with the bait, getting them to come close to the camera there. The ocean, and this is all happening, captured by the Atlantic Shark Institute to film creatures just like this.
So
We
they're
spoke
bottom
with
feeders.
John Dodd, the executive director of the Atlantic Shark Institute, who tells us this was a rare sight.
We run into these rough-tailed stingrays, but we don't see that many on these bruffs. We see them in other things and other ways that we research. So, yeah, this was a little bit of a surprise based on its size and its location. But we get everything from giant tuna to sturgeon to great whites to a variety of shark species. We've got lobsters. We've got a whole bunch of things. So for us, it's a little like going to an aquarium. You know, we've got about a dozen studies going on here at the Atlantic Shark Institute, and this is the one that people really have a lot of fun with and a lot of interest in.
Now, last month, the same camera captured a great white shark searching for food less than 3 miles off Block Island. Researchers called the find a needle in the haystack, and a first for Rhode Island waters using this technology. Now, experts
Guess that
say
little fish next to him is his buddy.
they came in our water during summer months, but when they head south when that water temperature cools off. Very cool. David, Lisa.
All right,
Wow.
Courtney, thank you. I find the bottom of the ocean to be like the scariest thing ever. You don't, there are some.
That's why.
Yeah, we have no idea what's going on under there.
No, not at all.
Is that the biggest stingray, do you imagine? Do you think there could be some 3-4 times the size that down there now that you saw that?
It's rare, but it's not unseen. I've seen some humongous ones on River Monsters.
Yeah.
That guy, man, it was 2,000-pound stingray. It's like, oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. And anytime you find a big one, there's always one bigger.
Oh yeah. Well, you know.
We have no idea what's under there.
No, our simulation, our observation creates things, or our intention creates things.
Always.
So, yeah, if we actually see that one, then, you know, our mind.
No, but you're right. Our consciousness. We decide we want to see something. We put that under there. It pops up. We point a telescope in the sky looking for something. And they say it could take hundreds of years to finally see it. And they see it. You know what I mean? Right away. We didn't expect to see it right away. They see it literally on the first, second day. So I've seen this over and over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, the simulation, I know you don't agree it's a simulation, but some of the quantum entanglements and things of that nature are put in place where they happen because we intend them to happen. So it happens.
Yeah, seek and ye shall find. All right. 3-Eye Atlas, Shrugged, Unpacked. Y'all hit that like button. We're going to go to the dome teaser. Today's riddle, your mind is awful when you let it lay fallow. Okay. Here it is. It's pinned in the chat. You guys are welcome to take a stab at it in the comments. No orbit I keep, no signal I send. Am I lost or do I pretend? Once again, no orbit I keep, no signal I send. Am I lost or do I pretend? All right, Brother Wordsmith has taken a stab at it. And we will accept that. Me and the committee, we went through a lot. That's not exactly what the artificial intelligence is looking for, but hey, we would totally accept that. All right. Totally accept that. All right. Enough of the appetizers out there.
Let's quench the self-love nation's thirst.
All right. I do believe there's a video, y'all. So Karen, if you could run that and then we'll get on topic. Appreciate y'all patience. All right. Why we do it, the Self Love Show. Why we do it. We do it in memory of cats like the fallen, like George Floyd, okay, and others, right? Rest up, Brother Floyd. We do it for the copper community, copper colored community, specifically here in the United States, but all over the world. We also do it for the More Growth and Development platform. So that video is always up on TATN if you want to check it out. And then we've got we're here to chronicle our story as opposed to having his story and his fiction rammed down our throats as our truths. Okay. And then last but not least, we do it for the progeny, those who will come behind us, our grandchildren, great grandchildren. Maybe it's us. Maybe we'll decide we're going to come back in this realm and do it again. So breadcrumbs. We're leaving breadcrumbs for the future. All right. Three Eye Atlas Shrugged. That's what we on today. We're going to hop right to it. All right, we're going to begin the discussion talking about interstellar objects, comets versus meteors. What is an interstellar object to your mind's eye, Brother Wordsmith?
Interstellar means that it travels from outside of our solar system, which means it's not doesn't have a gravitational hold connection with the sun, and it will probably pass through the solar system and never come back.
Yeah, don't get me started on gravity. Don't get me started on gravity. Because the sun is so large and dense, it's got such gravitational pull. Why doesn't it suck those things in there? I know they say where they're going too fast and blah, blah, blah. And I say, blow it right out your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It should have some effect on it.
Yeah, it should. Period. If that's a thing.
Yeah. These objects are not, to your point, gravitationally bound to the sun and typically follow a hyperbolic trajectory, meaning they enter and exit without returning. Examples include Oumuamua, Borisov. They didn't talk about Borisov much. And then Three Eye Atlas. So Oumuamua would be One Eye Atlas. Borisov would be Two Eye Atlas. And this is Three Eye Atlas. So yeah, I mean, well put there, fella.
Are they all Atlas, or is the first one One Eye and that name?
Yeah, I think you're probably right, but the Three Eye means
it's the
third interstellar object.
Yeah.
So following that logic, you could call the first one One Eye Atlas, right?
I think it's One Eye.
Oh, One Eye Oumuamua.
Yeah.
I got what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, well that makes sense too. That does make sense. Okay. Let's see, 3 what the hell? All right, we got a video to run here. 21 seconds, y'all.
3i Atlas is passing through our solar.
That's supposed to be it.
Supposedly.
Yeah. Okay. And that skipping motion is, that doesn't look natural.
Yeah, well, I mean, they can only. Well, good point. It's a good point. All right. So, what defines a comet? I've always, when I was a kid, I'm like, man, there's a difference between comets and satellites. I mean, meteorites. But what defines a comet?
Comet is generally is rock, ice, and dust. So they say. That's what they say a comet is. Yeah.
Facts.
For the most part.
And it's a solar system object.
Oh yeah. Well, no, because they're trying to say, and they've not released all information that there's Atlas is a comet, so it doesn't have to be in the solar system.
Well, they're saying it's a interstellar object. I mean, I would imagine all comets probably came from outside the solar system. But a comet is a solar system object composed primarily of ice, dust, and rock. It orbits the sun and often develops a glowing coma, coma, and tail when heated by solar radiation. These features result from sublimation, when a comet's icy components vaporize near the sun, releasing gas and dust. That's according to Need Another Space Agency.
So they're trying to say that's what that skipping is.
Maybe so. Sublimation?
Yeah.
So what's a meteorite?
Meteorite is a solid object, usually of rock or metal. I assume that it's a solar system thing too, because if they've only had 3 interstellar things, then
That they know about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So,
wait a minute. So if a comet is ice, dust, and rock, you're saying a meteorite is what?
Metal and not really ice. It's metal or rock. There's no ice.
Well, it can't be rock. If it's a rock, it's got to be a comet.
No, because a comet will have some rock with it, but it's mainly ice. So when it gets around something hot, it becomes very small. Even if it comes into the atmosphere, it's going to be something more negligible than if a meteorite comes into, because it's a solid piece of thing, if that makes any sense. Trying to enter the atmosphere, a comet mainly will vaporize because it's ice and the friction coming in.
Well, okay. A meteorite is the solid remnant of a meteoroid. And I'm like, wait a minute. They told me I couldn't do this at
It's
hollow grounds of William A. Trey.
Very serious problem with that whole thing.
So a meteoroid is a small chunk of rock or metal that orbits in space, originating from debris shed by comets or from fragments of asteroids or even other planets. If a meteoroid enters Earth's atmosphere, it burns up due to friction with the air, creating a bright streak of light known as meteor or shooting star. If any part of the meteoroid survives the trip and lands on the ground, it is called a meteorite. Okay, interesting. And asteroids are rocks? Everything's a rock? Why do we got different names for all this shit? I used to sit in science class confused.
Some of it is the size. Some of it is the makeup, what it is. Some of it is the orbit that they're saying it's doing. Basically, they don't know what the fuck anything is.
They're just using words. Sounds like word salad.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, anytime you use meteor or meteorite, meteor, and and you need all of those to explain the whole thing, then it's a word salad.
And a meteor, an asteroid is defined as a small rocky body orbiting the sun. Large numbers of these ranging in size from nearly 600 miles across to dust particles.
Yeah.
So at that point, you should call it a comet, are found as the asteroid belt, especially between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. So that's what I'm saying. Why wouldn't they just call an asteroid a small comet? Like
Comet has to have some ice.
You think this stuff don't have ice? It's out in space.
Well, I mean,
Not you, but
they claim that by reflecting light and the colors that it shows reflection, that they can tell what minerals. Yeah, that I'm just
the
saying.
refraction of the lights.
Right. Yeah, and then they put it through the thing that separates the light, and then they say they know what it is. So that's what they're going on. So,
asteroids are made of a mix of rock, metal, and sometimes ice. How is this different from what we said was a meteorite?
It's word salad, man. It's all this space stuff because I don't quite know if any of that shit exists. Period. So, and this doesn't help when it's all this word salad.
But you've seen shooting stars.
I have, but I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's what they're saying, or if that's just a light breaking up there, and it's I don't know.
Yeah. It could be an intelligent design that just popped his lights on and popped them off real quick.
Could be.
With the specific composition of the asteroid depending on their type and where they are formed. Most are classified as C-type, carbon, or word salad, carbonaceous, which are dark and composed of clay and silicate rocks, or S-type, siliceous, which contains silicate materials and nickel iron, M-type. Asteroids made mostly of metallic nickel iron are less common. That's what it sounds like 3I Atlas is.
Yeah, it all sounds like a word salad because it does.
Yeah.
I mean, how you go?
Yes.
You convinced me now that looking at it and judging from the light that it's refracting.
Yeah.
That you can tell what it's made of. And then you're saying like it's definitely made from these things to me. That's
You
never
gotta put a lot of trust in man to believe this.
Yeah, never cease to amaze me, the arrogance.
Never cease to amaze me. That's close to NASA. Here we go.
3i Atlas is passing through our solar system on a hyperbolic orbit, meaning it.
All right, y'all. Hyperbolic orbit. Okay, he's going to explain.
3i Atlas is passing through our solar system on a hyperbolic orbit, meaning it's moving so fast that it's not bound by the sun's gravity. But its closest approach to the sun will be on October 29th. And unfortunately, Earth will be literally as far away as it possibly can be on perihelion, meaning we won't be able to see this object when it's under the most radiative stress, which is when we would expect to see a large coma, assuming it's a comet.
Okay.
That is a difference too. Yeah.
What's that? Go ahead, fella.
The comet has the ice or whatever, so when it goes past different bodies, it leaves a tail or what have you, or that they say, or is another or whatever. They can tell what the tail is too. So it's mama word salad. Yeah, mama word salad.
We got to create
mama.
We got to get on AI and create a video of Kamala Harris explaining all this. We got to unburden the burdens of what has been. How can we tell these objects apart, which is what we've been talking about? Um,
They've got some word salad that separates everything, and in the videos they will completely word salad you.
yeah. And those videos are computer, what do they call them? Animations?
Man, most of them are complete animations.
Well,
So
go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, so they word salad you, and then that's
They do. They
yeah.
word salad you till your brain starts daydreaming and thinking about something else.
Well, what it will do is interpolate and make something more than what they said out of what they said.
So, according to the AI, interstellar objects come from beyond the solar system and they move too fast to be captured by the sun's gravity. Comets are icy bodies from the solar system's outer regions. That's why I said if they're coming from the outer regions, duh,
Yeah, what's the difference?
then they'd be coming from, right, interstellar. How'd they end up there? And maybe they just weren't going as fast as the other ones and they were able to get caught in the sun's gravity. Like, this is common sense to me. I mean, using their logic.
Yeah, using their gravity.
Yeah, using their gravity.
Whole perspective.
Yeah. Comets are icy bodies. Okay, we said that. Now, often with visible tails, which you were just talking about. Meteorites are fragments of asteroids. Fragments of asteroids or comets. So a meteorite could be a fragment of either of those. It's a good explanation.
Because the comet is supposed to be icy and rocks.
Yeah.
So when the ice goes away,
it
turns into a meteorite.
It could be parts of it. Yep.
Or
Asteroids.
meteoroid or whatever it is. Because it's not a meteorite till it goes through the into the atmosphere. Ain't that some shit? It's ridiculous.
Meteorites are fragments of asteroids and comets that reach Earth's surface. Their trajectory, composition, and behavior helps scientists classify them accurately, according to NASA. Need another space agency. Okay, that's NASA's definition.
Yeah, acronym.
Yeah. 3-Eye Atlas shrugged. Unpacked. We're here to unburden what has been. Right, brother? Wordsmith.
Yeah, because this is quite ridiculous.
All right, we're going to do one more and then we'll take a short hiatus. Why is 3-Eye Atlas considered interstellar? And what are they saying makes its trajectory unusual?
Well, I mean, we kind of just went over
interstellar. Yeah, it comes outside the solar system.
And the trajectory too, because it's parabolic. It's going so fast that it's not caught by the gravity, according to what they're saying.
Hyperbolic.
Pardon me.
And they're using that word, right? Isn't that crazy? Hyperbolic is already a word we use when somebody's being too hyperbole. It's you know what I mean? It's when you're being too
and they use
over the top
in science for something completely different. Which it ain't. Well, actually, it is completely over the top to say something's coming in too fast that it can't get caught by the gravity of the sun. That is hyperbolic. That's because it's stupid.
I swear they don't want to make stuff easy. They want
it makes no sense to that. Yes, because it makes no sense. And they have to do that because a lot of their science does not make any sense.
Yeah, exaggerated. It means gross exaggeration. That was what I was told. So
yeah, over the top.
Yeah. So how can you call something an orbit that's not going around the sun? Don't get me started unpeeling these layers.
Oh man, because it could be going around a larger object that it is, which would make more sense that it couldn't lock on to the sun's orbit because it's locked on to some orbit that's bigger than that,
and that's why it's going so damn fast.
And the sun is also probably in that same orbit with that thing that it's orbiting.
Yeah. And that's why it's going so fast.
Yes, it's flying right past that because that little thing can't it's orbiting the same thing it's orbiting. So
The
yeah.
curved path of a celestial object or spacecraft around a star, planet, or moon. Right. So they're calling this a hyperbolic orbit. So they're not telling us something.
Well, by saying that, they're saying that it's orbiting a bigger,
Planet, sun,
larger, whatever it
or moon,
is. Yeah.
or black
Whatever it
hole.
is that's got a bigger orbit, it's got a more gravitational
Yeah.
pull.
Yeah.
And I just made the assumption, and Spirit told me that the sun is supposed to be orbiting that same thing, so it's affected by orbit, so it can't affect this thing that's going around that same orbit. You know what I
Yeah. I see
mean?
what you're saying. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, just like these planets going around the Earth, the sun, or
Yeah.
whatever they say. This is going around the same thing our sun is going around. I
Yeah.
know
It's
you
all
get it.
relative.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So they're saying it's not bound by our sun and will exit the solar system permanently. Its trajectory aligns with 5 degrees of the ecliptic plane. 5 degrees of the ecliptic plane, where
Yeah.
planets orbit, which is statistically rare for interstellar objects international.
Huh?
What?
It's only been 3 that you have. So what you mean extremely rare? The whole experience
True.
is extremely rare. So what are you talking about?
The precise alignment has led some to speculate whether its path was intentionally chosen. So its trajectory aligns with 5 degrees of ecliptic. We gotta look on. We're gonna dig into this a little bit. 5 degrees of ecliptic objects, and then there's a word I've never seen: international. It's international with no L. Let's see. What's it? It's Chat GTP.
Mm.
It's crazy. All right. I gotta log up. Stay logged out. All right. Let's see what this shows. And then this is what's wrong with science. And the teachers are only pushing, they only want to get the test, get you out there and get you tested and move on to the next. They don't care, most of them. I don't think all the teachers even understand what the hell they're talking about. That's why I used to have kids, especially at William H. Ray, correcting the teachers.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, left and right.
yeah. Well, they got a job to do, and they start off thinking, yeah, I'm gonna be great. I can teach what I want to teach, and then all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden they get this fucking curriculum that they gotta
Mm-hmm.
ram, and then later on you gotta teach to the test. They probably didn't have to teach to the test like that at Ray,
No.
but a lot of schools, public schools, they had to teach to the test. They couldn't
So
even
the schools
fucking
can get the funding.
yeah, so they couldn't even teach. They couldn't even really teach. They had to
No,
fucking
they couldn't go into that. And,
no, they
and
had to
people
teach it
asking
to the
questions
test.
like we're asking now was a waste of time.
Oh, complete waste of time. It's like, oh shit.
I got to do more work, and these kids got to learn to be ready for the test.
The test. The
All right.
test.
It sounds like you're referring. What did I plug in? Its trajectory aligns with 5 degrees of the ecliptic plane. This is what I plugged in, where planets orbit, which is statistically rare for interstellar objects international. It sounds like you're referring to an interstellar object whose trajectory lies within about 5 degrees of the ecliptic plane, which indeed would be statistically unusual, since random interstellar visitors could approach from any direction in 3D space, and the ecliptic is just a narrow slice of that. To make sure I understand what you're describing, are you referring to Onuma or Borisov, or perhaps the recently detected, I guess that's 3I Atlas?
Yeah.
Some researchers claim this trajectory was within 10 degrees of the ecliptic, which raised questions about whether it was coincidental or suggestive or some link to the solar system. Yes, I want you to explain this. Yes. Let's see here. Why an alignment within 5 degrees of the ecliptic is statistically rare? Interstellar objects, ISOs, are expected to come from random directions in the galaxy. No shit, right? Of course. The ecliptic plane is a thin disk, only about 7 degrees wide if you include most planetary orbits. If directions in space are random, the probability that an incoming object's trajectory happens to lie within 5% of the ecliptic is roughly, all right. So only about 8 to 9% of random. To your point, what are they talking about if these are the only ones? So only 8 to 9% of random interstellar trajectories should line up that closely. That means if only a few such objects have been observed and one or more happen to fall within that small band, it's not impossible but somewhat surprising. I felt that
They show up, period.
What's so surprising about it?
They show up, period. It's surprising. So how's this surprising that it's going to show up in this little minute slice?
Yeah.
That sounds like word salad. Makes me
Can't you
start
minute
wondering if this
slice
shit.
any part of space and say, well, it showed up in this
I
minute
mean,
slice?
there's only been 3 instances.
What I'm saying,
Did the other two come in the same
that's what I'm
slice?
saying.
Right.
The
I
other
mean,
two
it's only
came
been
in their own
3.
minute slice, right?
Right. I mean, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, did they come in the same
Now, had they
slice?
come correct, that would be something to talk about in my mind. Correct,
Right.
self. If they all
Right.
came into the same minute slice, then yes. Yeah, great observation.
I'm saying that the other two, because they
I know
saying
that's
this
what you're
one is
saying. Yeah,
rare.
no, they didn't.
Right. I know they did. So this is stupid. It's more of
Well,
that artificial unintelligence nonsense that it, generates from time to time.
no, this is what it's saying that the men scientists are saying. That's where it's
Yeah.
pulling this data from.
Yeah, well, they are always proven to say some. If they don't want you to know what's going on, they'll say some complete nonsense and pump it out there for a very long time. And it's still like complete nonsense out there. Like and for federal cannabis is no medicinal value, and all the states have or the states that legalize it have some medicinal. They're using it for medicinal use, and and the federal government is saying that it's no medical use to it. It's listed up there with shit that's shouldn't be used at all.
Only okay, of random interstellar trajectories should line up that closely. Why in alignment 5% of the ecliptic is statistically rare? Correct. Yeah, great observation. Why? It would be something else if all of them came in, or at least one of the other ones came in the same slice.
If you're saying it's random, then how is it rare?
Correct.
It's random. So I mean,
Correct.
it's going to come where it comes.
Correct.
So I don't.
Now, are they saying in layman's terms the fact that it's coming in from behind the sun where we can't see it? But yeah, it's it's interstellar object. It can come from anywhere.
And they've already seen it. So and they said it's going towards the sun or going to go behind the sun or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's coming from behind the sun. Somehow, even
So
though
they saw it before, and now it's going to see it after it goes behind it.
Yeah, even though we're rotating around the sun, right?
Man.
But it's coming from behind the sun, so we can't see it in the daytime or something they were saying. Which means it could be using stealth technology to avoid us from seeing it. But I mean, it would know that we have our tech. Maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't. Oh, you know these equations. They used to piss me off. If an object arrives from a random direction, the chance that it lies. Okay. All right, who cares? Step 2. I don't know. This is probabilities. I dropped this class. Applying this to known interstellar objects. Okay, they're applying it to known interstellar objects. These 3.
Yeah, probability. That's statistics.
ecliptic. Maybe I need to define ecliptic. Define ecliptic. Like, what's so special about?
Means it goes in and out of sight. Something blocks it.
It's an imaginary plane created by Earth's orbit around the sun. Yeah, so I think it's the fact that it's coming in behind the sun. If the plane of Earth's orbital motion extend outward through the solar system, it's the plane of Earth's orbital motion. Okay. The sun's apparent path across our sky through the zodiac constellations follows this plane. The other planets orbit close to the same plane, so most of the solar system's major bodies move along or near the ecliptic. You can think of it as the flat sheet on which the planets travel around the sun. I'm going to ask you to make this make sense. Here's how it relates to other reference. The ecliptic plane is tilted about 23.5% relative to Earth's equatorial plane, which is why we have seasons. The inclination of any object's orbit, like an asteroid or interstellar visitor, is measured relative to the ecliptic. So an object with zero inclination moves exactly in the ecliptic plane, while 90% means it moves perpendicular to it. All right, you can make sense out of that?
Yeah, it's aligned with the collective of the planets, the solar system. So it's aligned to the way the planets are together. So it's rare. They're saying it's rare because it's random. It could have came from any angle, but it's coming right along a parallel.
So like when those instances when all the planets line up.
Yeah.
It was paralleled in.
Yeah. Even before all of that, it's most of them are along that same plane. So when they all line up, that's the perfect plane of it. But even when they not, they all are in the same area. So say it could be like go through the median of the plane that they're all on. That's what they're, so I can kind of see why they're saying it's rare.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, it's almost
like what are the odds of that?
Well, it's almost saying it's a coincidence, really.
Yeah,
and we know how we feel about that. So they're without saying it to me, they're saying that this could be intelligently guided.
Mm. Well, it's like saying the perfect eclipse is intelligently guided.
Well, it is.
But they won't say that.
No.
It's the Self Love Show. It's the Self Love Show. To expose they don't equal. It's the Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. We wordsmith 9 nails. The Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. You know how the story goes.
Yep.
It's the Self Love Show.
Yes, y'all. It don't stop. Self Love Show rocks on. You know how we do. We go through a thing. We build, choose, and we make things. Let's build.
It's the Self Love Show. The
Self Love Show. 3-Eye Atlas Shrug. You know. We got into some things about this. We're gonna take a little break. Got some great edutaining videos for you to check out. And before you know it, we'll be right back at you, expanding the conversation in the game. Knowledge things, Lover's Lane.
Moses fleeing the people from Pharaoh.
Right, let my people go.
40 years in a desert.
Manna.
Let's talk about what manna truly is. And
the Aganowski's in the Middle East right now saying manna is Peter.
Can we put some sensibility to that? Being in the desert and our Father, the Creator, loves us beyond. And he's gonna rain down bread in a desert. Moses summoned the strongest men for them to dig. And that's where the whole term of so it is above, so it is what?
Below.
That means that Moses had the science for them to dig and find water.
Yeah, like the elephants can do.
So what do you find, even in the desert, when you dig down and find water? Do you find bread or do you find plants?
You're asking me to warn you about an enforcement action being taken by another agency before it happens?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Why not?
That would be obstruction of justice. You may want to talk to the city attorney.
Air quotes expert.
Definitely. So, okay, I saw this video that alleged that it was you involved in this crazy ass shootout. What was that situation? Maybe it might not have been you. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I don't think it was me.
Okay. But that wasn't related to any of the cases that you caught? Well played. Okay. So
was some of my research, at USC. I did a survey. The question was, do you think that Jesus Christ was of African descent or European descent? Overwhelmingly, over 90-something% of the folks said African descent. I said, then do you think his ethnicity matters? They said, no, it doesn't matter. And I'm saying, it matters obviously to somebody.
It does.
Absolutely. And it matters to white supremacy. But whenever there's a book called The Color of Christ, the saga of race, I think in America, they track when, most people say, well, this is something out of Europe and, who was that? Michelangelo painted,
Yeah.
No, that ain't got nothing to do with why Jesus is white. Jesus is white because of America. Jesus is white because of white supremacy in the Klan. That's why Jesus is white. That's where that comes from. It didn't stick in Europe because they knew better.
The charges I'm going to announce, please know this. The charges themselves are not evidence. Everyone that I'm going to describe today is presumed guilty until and unless they are proven their guilt is proven by the government beyond a reasonable doubt.
And even in this instance, if I could be of service to a 9-year-old girl or a 19-year-old woman or girl who wants to be a woman, is to really remember that self-love is the best way that you can receive love from anybody else, because it's coming from you. A lot of times we forget that. We look externally for this love. We look externally for this feeling of validation and adoration and approval, and it has to come from within.
Hey, Cleveland, you better hide the markers from your kids. Somebody colored in your Jesus.
Somebody colored in your ass with too much ass, fat ass.
My testicles, they ease down and they put their hands right between my butt. Just pulled my drawers down and dug in my rectum.
The ringleader and now disgraced.
Yeah, anything's possible. Thank God we recovered his DNA and be able to plant it on the scene. Thank God we recovered his DNA and be able to plant it on the scene And I understand they're opening up different cold cases now, see if they can identify possibly his DNA linked to other crimes.
Man, I thank you guys for inviting me on. Thank you. Great format, very solid. It don't have that low budget movie feel. You know what I'm saying? And we get that a lot in the Black community, for real. Like people look at us to be fuck ups. They look at us to be low budget. They look at us to be ignorant, stuttering, and use a whole bunch of and all of that. But no, they got the real deal on here. That everybody know who Torian Mills is, baby. They know.
Hey, well, bro,
They so ignorant,
ignorant.
man. They're so
Hey, but this platform's your platform. This platform's my platform. From Inglewood, California to
the
Chicago,
South Shore.
Crazy thing about it.
This platform is
made
made
for you and me.
It's made for you.
The crazy
ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. I was trying to get out the end of the preamble, but go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
It's the Self Love Show. It's the Self Love Show. It's the Self Love Show. To expose they don't equal. It's the Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. Wordsmith 9 Mills. The Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. You know how the story goes. It's the Self Love Show.
Yo, the Self Love Show. Back again. Man, those videos are tight, ain't they? Are you not entertained? All right, you're gonna learn a lot when you watch us. And we're back. 3-Eye Atlas Shrugged, Unpacked. We talked about the so-called heavenly bodies, but I guess we're gonna get right into it and expand conversation to the self-love nation.
Yeah. All right. Look at our vision, self-love vision. I did some digging on this during break. Let me see here. Screens. Okay. You got noise in the background. Okay. All right. The ecliptic is an imaginary plane created by Earth's orbit around the sun. It's the plane of Earth's orbital motion extended outward through the solar system. The sun's apparent path across our sky through the zodiac constellations follows this plane. The other planets orbit close to the same plane. Oh, did we read this already? Oh, here it is. Okay. Visualize this. Imagine the sun at the center. The Earth's orbital path forms a flat disk. Okay. That's the ecliptic plane. Okay. Draw a line through Earth's equator extended out into space. That's the celestial equator. The celestial equator is tilted by about 23.5 degrees from the ecliptic. The sun's apparent path across our sky over the year follows the ecliptic, crossing the celestial equator at 2 points, thus the equinoxes. I got a diagram here. So, the ecliptic.
Okay, so what's 5 degrees of ecliptic over there?
Correct. Well, that's what they're saying. And the more I look at it, no, if it was perfect, if it was at 0 or 0.03 or even 1 degree south, I'd find it more fascinating than 5 degrees. 5 degrees feels like coincidence, which there are no coincidences.
I think because it's 5 degrees, it's the median of all of those so-called planets or whatever.
Mm. Mm.
There's some on either side of that.
Is this saying that if something is right on our ecliptic, it could come from out of our solar system and just smash right into Earth?
Well, they've said that
it's happened before.
Yeah, and they saying that stuff that they've tracked in the solar system is come where they like what was the movie where they flew up there and did some like they've done some of that before, which
Well, they say Jupiter is like the left tackle. They said Jupiter takes a lot of those hits, blocking for planet Earth from comets and asteroids and such.
Planets.
That's what they say. Okay,
planets.
I know they don't look any.
Taking some hits, but I don't know about planets. This plane is man way more than they let us know about.
Yeah, planets, they look the same. I guess I've never looked really into a good telescope, but they just look like moving stars. And then everything's moving, right? Stars are moving.
Moving lights.
Yeah, moving lights, yeah.
That are in the same space every day, for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me if we're all flying at hundreds of thousands of. Yeah, never mind. All right.
Yeah. No, I'm not arguing.
I know you're not. I'm just,
Let's see here. We got some more.
That horse might be dust right about now for me. So.
All right, I think we're on.
I keep hearing about this ancient alien object.
Okay. We need volume here. What is 3i Atlas? 3i Atlas. Okay.
3i Atlas is passing through will be on October 29th, and unfortunately Earth will be.
I keep hearing about this ancient alien object that's speeding toward our sun that some scientists say might be alien technology. So I emailed one of the world's most famous astrophysicists, and I learned that what's most interesting here is
she's the voice of reason. Okay.
that while it's only the third object we've ever seen
probably hadn't showered in weeks
come from another star into our solar system, it's special because it's way bigger than the others. And it looks like it came from a much older part of our galaxy, which means it could be way older than anything in our solar system. And weirdly, it's got this very different chemical composition than what we're used to. So, aliens? There's no significant evidence of aliens. The object is clearly a comet. So if it's not aliens, why care?
Let's go back with
and
all the
weirdly, it's way older than
weird
anything.
stuff that she's
It
gonna
be
discount.
way older than means it could be way older than part of our galaxy, which means it could be looks like it came from a much older part of our
Clearly a
galaxy, which
comet.
means it be bigger than the others. And it looks like it came from a much older part of our galaxy, which means it could be way older than anything in our solar system. And weirdly, it's got this very different chemical composition than what we're used to. So, aliens? There's no significant evidence of aliens. The object is clearly a comet. So if it's not aliens, why care?
It's got a different composition than all the shit you've been teaching us, right? But she can say it's definitely not alien.
And clearly a comet. Just because it has that tail on it.
But you're going to hear Avi Loeb. He's saying they've never seen a comet with a tail facing the direction that this tail was facing.
Oh yeah, it's going to change directions. So
Because it's basically.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's going to change directions. So it's something.
That's what they say they want to know, but they need NASA involved for tomorrow. Tomorrow you're supposed to be able to see all of that.
Yeah, they never a straight answer.
Yeah.
That's
need
what they
another
want.
space agency.
Yeah, because they ain't one. They're not part of the government. That's a private organization.
Well, Trump classified them as an intelligence office so that they can keep getting their funding through the shutdown. So these SOBs are still getting their funding. There's laws in place that says once they film something, they're supposed to release it to the public within, I think, like 20 days, and they haven't.
Yeah, that might probably under the Constitution, but been living under Patriots Act since that shit happened.
And Trump's wiping his ass with all of this.
A message in a bottle from another star. And no, it won't hit us. But there are nearby asteroids that might. So to find out how we protect our planet, subscribe.
It's true. There is a very.
I'm concerned about these generations, how they all talk white, black, they got the hands going. They all animated. And it's one thing I thought, okay, this is all just social media. But no, they're in the real world like this too.
Well, this is all programming, so they're doing it there, then they're programming all these people to do it everywhere. And
So you tell me they're in the classrooms doing that too?
yeah.
Wow.
Well, the teachers are probably not, but the students are really.
Yeah, the students are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
The teachers probably like, what the fuck is going on with these kids and all that? There's all this fucking all over social media. People.
Yeah.
You know, and I just blah blah blah. And
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah,
yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, making all these expressions and shit.
What the fuck?
All right. Yeah, they're pretty animated.
Calm down.
All right. What's the significance? All right, it's good timing of its anti-tail and jet behavior.
Well, I mean, it just proves more and more that science doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's to me, to me, it's like the magic bullet. It just shows y'all don't know what y'all talking about. And, you know, and it's showing that it could be intelligently driven. It,
Or they just don't know if they've been talking about it.
right.
Like they'll say
that's mainly what it is.
They'll
but
say this has to work this way until they see something different. Right.
Yes,
Is that what you're saying? And they shouldn't
yes.
be doing that.
No, they make the major assumptions about the stuff that they claim that they know, and they don't know very much.
And it's fluid.
To them,
the universe is fluid, right?
According to them, that means it changed direction. So,
correct. But the universe is fluid.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, simulation, yes, and it has a whole lot to do with our
Updating
contribution.
Itself. Yeah.
And what we think and how we want shit to operate.
Yeah. All right. So unlike typical comets, which eject material away from the sun, so you got to visualize that away from the sun.
Well, normal comments are operating inside the solar system. So
right.
So that yeah.
So they're orbiting the sun.
Yeah.
And their tail is always facing away. I see.
So it's always it's flying the way it's flying, and the tail's
if the sun
back.
is here, and this is the comet, the tail is always facing this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And they're saying that this thing, they actually said it's been going both ways.
Yes.
And even this way, and then this way, and then this way.
So
but it's interstellar. You know, it's just space junk.
No? It don't have nothing to do with the sun. Is just like, like the Earth's pull on Jupiter. You know what I'm saying? It's, they're going around the same thing. They're doing their own thing or going around the same thing.
So, okay. So, unlike typical comets which eject material away from the sun, 3I Atlas was observed producing an anti-tail, a jet of gas and dust pointing towards the sun. Okay. What chemical anomalies have been detected in its emissions there, fella?
Nickel or something?
Yeah. Nickel? It's a higher concentration of that for sure. Spectral analysis, that's what you were looking for. Yeah.
And the nickel, and it's going in the wrong direction too at times. I guess
it's pointing towards the sun.
That's the tail.
Yeah.
So they want to aim that as being technology.
Well, okay. Nickel rich, to your point, so it's more rich in nickel. Iron-free gas plume. So they haven't observed that at all. Iron-free gas plume. So you got nickel rich, iron-free, including traces of nickel tetracarbonyl, a compound known on Earth for industrial metal coating processes. This chemical signature is unprecedented in natural celestial bodies and has few theories that 3i Atlas may be composed of artificial materials. What do you say there? It's never been observed.
Well, I mean,
first time for everything. Is that your explanation?
What I will say is that there's so little that is known by this civilization at this point in time that they're made available to the public.
But we act like we know
that. Right. They know they make it look like they know everything, and
we've only mapped 5% of the ocean. But go ahead.
Yeah, they don't know anything.
Yeah, they know how the earth is formed. They know how the crust, and they know what's in the center of it.
No.
You know what I mean? All that they told us.
No, yeah,
it's got a core, and then it's got the mantle. And then it's all ain't nothing living down there.
They made all that up.
Burn up if you're living down there.
They made all that up just like hell.
And they made it all up.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, but they're using scientific tools to make hypotheses and through observations, right? Educated guesses, theories.
No, nonsense.
Okay, he's calling it nonsense, and I'm not pushing back. I'm not pushing back at all. So that's we're just talking about some of the anomalies here, so you guys can make your own discerned decision here. All right, we got another short video.
Do your research.
That's right. Call NASA. They'll tell you everything that's going on.
Oh, they won't tell you a damn thing.
Here's Harvard. You guys like Harvard. Not you, but...
I realized that back on August 15th, 1977, there was a very famous flare in the radio signal.
Yeah.
And the more I think about it, this is about the time I saw that my little spaceship.
Yeah.
That was given the name the WOW signal because the observers that recorded it at Ohio State University was stunned at how powerful this signal was. And I checked it. Turns out that it came from...
So they said it's coming from the area where the WOW signal came from.
Yeah.
Realized that back on August 15th, 1977, there was a very famous flare in the
Walter Payton was running through the NFL around that time.
Radio signal that was...
They said that it never comes back through the solar system, so that I don't...
Well, if it's on an orbit, as we postulated earlier, it should come back again.
Right, but these nonsense that they're talking about, the parabolic means it comes in and out, never comes back. That or hyperbolic, hyperbolic, not parabolic. I keep saying parabolic.
Well,
hyperbolic.
I mean, it could be parabolic. I like that better than hyperbolic because hyperbolic means a gross exaggeration.
Given the name the WOW signal because the observers that recorded it at Ohio State.
Oh, Dr. Kaysen, irregardless. So he told DX to look it up. I Googled it. I'm like, man, it's not a word. Oh, you can't be wrong. He went way off into left field on some bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's not a word. I'm like, bro, you sound like a fat...
Irregardless, that's what he was saying. That irregardless, that it's not a word.
Irregardless, he's gonna use it. I'm like, irregardless, you sound like a fat, uneducated black woman from the project with her nails done. Did.
I blessed him out.
Irregardless. All right. Yeah, it went way off into the left field. Like, how you gonna tell somebody to Google some shit you haven't Googled? You know what I mean? And then they Google it and you push back.
The university was stunned at how powerful this signal was. And I checked it. Turns out that it came from about the same direction in the sky as 3i Atlas, within 9 degrees. And the chance for a random alignment of the two directions of 9 degrees or so is 0.6%, and there was no report on radio observations of 3i Atlas so far. So I'm encouraging radio astronomers around the world to check out whether there is any radio transmission from 3i Atlas.
Well, has anybody done the math of how fast it's going versus the echo, the trajectory? Oh my God, come on, get. How fast it's going versus where it came from, and could that timing align for now, if that made any sense? So if we got this signal and they probably said, oh, it came from Andromeda galaxy. Has anyone done the math of this thing's moving so many kilometers or miles per second?
Not that they let us know, but that's not the first person that I heard speculate about the WOW signal.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, this guy was
another. Yeah, it could be another reason why they said orbit. And even though they said it was leaving, not going to come back, they were on some bullshit. But they slipped with orbit.
Yeah. Yeah. Why are some researchers skeptical of official interpretations?
Because they lie. Period. They hide information. They say it's for protection of national security and such. And they will not release the truth until all the people that's hidden it are dead.
Hey. Yeah. Yeah. So the mainstream institutions, right? They all are in cahoots saying it's a comet. Right? Nothing to see here, but we won't show you. But there's nothing to see here. We're going to hide all the data from you that you paid for, that is public information. However, delays in releasing high resolution images from NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, which we all paid for, and reports of an engine-like sound. I think I have a video that's going to show that from ESA sources, have stirred skepticism. Some researchers argue that the object's behavior and composition warrant serious consideration of non-natural origins. Why can't we do the science? We're not doing shit else. They're not doing shit else at NASA.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're doing a lot of work at NASA. I mean, it's not for the
Spine and
public's
shit.
benefit and doctoring information and photos and you know, before they release
manipulating,
to the public,
manipulating
video,
and,
information, and things of this
creating
nature.
word salads.
Never a straight answer. NASA, never a straight answer. Hey, the great Dr. Delbert Blair is the first person I ever heard say that.
Well, I'm the first person you heard say, need another space agency. That's an original.
Yeah.
It'll go viral. But
yeah. Do we need another one? Didn't he make another one already?
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Definitely need something different, though. So I hear you. That's a great one.
Oddities. Hyperbolic, extremely high eccentricity orbit. Its orbit is strongly hyperbolic. Yeah, they keep telling us it's an orbit. How's it an orbit if it's just going in a straight line out there? Meaning it's not bound to the sun and is simply passing through the solar system. I think Einstein would probably agree with you. I mean, it's his relativity that this object, which they say is as big as Manhattan, should be bound by something, right? For it to even get that, if this isn't light traveling, it's an object.
For it to say it's an orbit, it has to.
And where's it getting its speed from? You know what I mean? We get our speed, we get orbit allegedly around the moon, and then we slingshot from there. Do you know what I'm saying? And we get our velocity.
Well,
allegedly.
If it's on the same trajectory as our sun, so called, if it's orbiting the same thing that our sun is orbiting, yeah, it could have a completely different speed.
Okay.
I mean, for everything to move how it's supposed to move and stay in uh perfect rotation, yeah, some things have to move faster than others. Hell,
Where does velocity come from? Is it space wind? Does it have an engine? It would have to be orbiting something.
absolutely, it's orbiting something.
So its orbit is strongly hyperbolic, meaning it's a gross exaggeration. It's not bound by the sun. We've went over this ad nauseum. The eccentricity and incoming velocity place it among the most extreme interstellar visitors seen so far. Well, we've only seen 3.
Yeah, that's what that doesn't make unless they've lied about it's just 3.
Well, they know all those comets. They know everything's coming from out of our solar system. The comets are just floating around on the edge of our solar system. How'd they get there?
Yeah, this Milky Way system that we in, it is
Well, that's the galaxy.
Promoted that it's been some collisions that have really shattered some shit. That's why it's the Milky Way.
Its inclination is nearly retrograde, and it's moving at 60 kilometers relative to the sun. Trajectory nearly aligned with the ecliptic, which we talked about, the planetary plane. One of the surprising bits, despite the random direction you'd expect for an interstellar object, 3i path is close to the elliptic within a few degrees. This has led to discussion about how statistically rare such an alignment might be. Highly unusual composition, coma chemistry, which we've discussed. Observations from the James Webb Space Telescope allegedly found its coma, gas and dust around it, is dominated by CO2 relative to H2O at a very high ratio, 8-1, far above typical comets. Suggestion of volatile activity like water sublimation at distances where typical comets would be less active. Some reports, less officially verified, these are your wacky conspiracy theorists, claim presence of nickel-rich emissions or odd metal chemistry. These claims are more speculative. There might be some truth to that because they're on those claims' ass. Polarimetric and surface dust grain anomalies. Polarimetric studies, like polarization measurements, show that 3i has a deep and narrow negative polarization branch, a combination unprecedented among asteroids and comets. Its color and evolving coma, that's the shit around it, dust behavior appear different from typical comets. It shifts from redder to near solar colors as its tail, anti-tail develops. It's changing colors, bro. Large size estimate compared to earlier interstellar visitors. While initial size estimates are uncertain, it appears substantially larger than some previous interstellar objects, though still with wide error bars. Because of its size and high velocity and unusual chemistry, it's being flagged as especially important. Many of these observations are early and still being refined. They're still getting the story together, aren't self like a bunch of cops. Still being refined. Size, composition, activity levels all have significant uncertainties. Some of the more extraordinary claims, e.g., metal alloy emissions, are not yet broadly peer-reviewed or confirmed. Just because something is unusual doesn't necessarily mean it's artificial or non-natural. Extreme natural diversity may exist in interstellar objects. So we're getting new science here. Okay. We're getting new science here. It's evolving right there as you get to
kind it's kind of ironic that as they find the smaller components that they're being introduced to interstellar or larger components, so above, so
As
below.
above, as below, as above, so below.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
quarks and subatomic particles, and it
If
is what
that
it
thing was
is.
hurling towards Earth, what are the odds that they would tell us?
They wouldn't.
Because there's been a size allegedly something this size that hit Earth, and they're not going to call that interstellar. I think they did say it was interstellar. That's when they allegedly that's what killed off the dinosaurs. Um, so
Yeah,
men would go underground, right? The rich and the
they
important people would go underground with all
oh
their
no,
resources.
they'd never survive. So
No,
no, they're not the beings that when stuff happened before. Because when you look at the beings that's been here and all that they've uh, dealt with someone using technology to run something into the planet,
mm-hmm.
you know. And
Why is NASA not releasing these pics in your mind's eye? What is Spirit telling?
Spirit is telling me because they don't want the panic that will involve taking down the leaders of this country. They want to hide their information that they have. Um, the whole government has, but this is their job and what they're supposed to do. And never a straight answer.
So you're saying it's a pseudo agency, kind of like the Vatican,
It is.
DC. It's not part of anything,
No. Yeah.
but they just take
I'm
money
saying
from
that.
us.
Well, yeah, they got these contracts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we fund it.
Yeah, this corporation that we're part of, yes. And they can just decide where the money go and it don't make nothing, uh, and then call it a democracy. It's
I know, ain't that crazy?
bad.
Ain't that crazy? I
And
do, and
and
then
democracy is not even the Patriots Act. So, what I'm saying, it's even wicked that we're not living under the Constitution, living under the Patriots Act, and these motherfuckers are still yelling democracy.
yeah, and then they calling this space junk, but we got all this stuff. We're gonna create a probe, and then we're gonna slam it into Mars. I mean, that's space junk. It's gonna be up there forever. We got junk on the moon right now, allegedly.
Yeah, and all the shit that they left, right?
Yeah,
And
allegedly.
carts
Yeah,
and all this. So
yeah,
they say, and then they say we can't get back to the moon, but we sent a nuke up there and it made it ring like a bell.
yeah.
What is it? We can't get there, or we can send something right there and a nuke. Come
Well,
on, man, it's a lot of.
why do some people think 3i is an alien mothership? We've kind of been breaking it down, but
Um, because of the wow signal, there's been some speculation, about time scale and all of that, where it would reach the appropriate amount of time for if it is some sort of orbit of such irregular or what have you, that it could possibly have come back around, especially if the speed and the rotation. So for lack of a word salad, they just are speculating that it is related.
Yeah, that wow signal, those other anomalies that we pointed out, such as the massive size, that hyperbolic trajectory,
and speed.
but the unusual emissions. It's releasing and that's the part that they keep trying to overplay for the underlay. It's releasing a plume rich in nickel tetracarbonyl, a compound typically found in industrial processes here on Earth, not out in space. Now, you'd have to assume that their technology would be like our technology, but you just said it, as above, so below. You know,
I mean, we've been so-called searching for a connection for so long that's already been there that, this could be the overplay for the underlay. What's the name of the big plan they got going? It's blue something. What is it?
oh yeah. Blue beam.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
So that object was moving nearly twice as fast as previous things in space. So what made the speeds and size so remarkable to what we've seen in the past?
Well, first thing, it implied that it came from outside the solar system because gravity cannot bind it to the sun. It was moving too fast for that. And the other thing is that the object was relatively big, possibly tens of kilometers, the size of Manhattan Island. And if that's the case, it was 1 million times more massive than the previous objects from outside the solar system, and that was puzzling. It also came in the same plane as the planets around the sun, within 5 degrees. And the chance for that happening at random is 1 in 500. And then when we obtained the best image of it, it looked as if there is a glow ahead of the object towards the sun,
1 in 500?
instead of the typical tail.
Yeah, I guess he's never played roulette. But 1 in 500, yeah, bro. What percentage is that? 1 in 100 would be 1%.
Yeah, so like
0.2%.
Yeah.
That's different than the 5% that ChatGPT was spewing out. Or is that 5%? No, 0.2, yeah.
That we see behind comets away from the sun. And that glow was cigar-shaped. It was 10 times longer than wide. And it's just not clear what this object is.
The glow on this image, which we're not exactly...
And that glow was cigar...
Yeah, but they don't know.
Cigar-shaped. It was 10 times longer.
I think that brings me back to him saying it was a coincidence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It ain't a coincidence. It's more
and that glow was cigar-shaped. It was 10 times longer than wide. And it's just not clear what this object is.
The glow on this image, which we're not exactly sure exactly what it is that what is leading to maybe this theory that some people think that this could be an alien ship?
Well, it's a possibility.
Catch the latest on this story at Fox 32 on Fox Local.
3i Atlas keeps getting...
All right. Okay. Well, that's Avi Loeb, y'all. We got another short video here, and then got another question.
Stranger the closer it comes. At nearly 60 kilometers per second, about 10 kilometers faster than Mercury, it's the fastest object we've ever tracked in our solar system. Its carbon dioxide coma stretches an astounding 700,000 kilometers across, nearly half the diameter of our sun. And then it gets weirder. Spectroscopy reveals nickel without iron in its plume. Nickel and iron are always found together in natural objects. We've never seen them split apart like this. Maybe it's some exotic process from its home star system, or maybe it's something else entirely. It has a small tail, likely from outgassing as it nears the sun. But even more unusual, there is a glow in front of it, something no comet has ever displayed before. Biggest, brightest, fastest. strangest.
Different colors.
And
Is it
here's the kicker.
same thing?
When you trace its path backward, it points to Sagittarius, the same region where in 1977 we received the famous WOW signal. Now, this is just a 2D plot. We don't have depth information, so the alignment isn't precise. And the sun's gravity has already influenced its path, making the backward trajectory even less certain. But compare it to the other two interstellar visitors we've ever detected, Oumuamua and 2I Borisov. Their paths were essentially random, scattered through space. Atlas, however, seems to have a connection to the only signal we've ever received that looked artificial. Coincidence? Maybe. But one way or another, 3i Atlas is going to leave a mark, whether on our solar system or on our collective imagination.
That's what I was saying earlier. So it's changing colors too, man. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I am not confident in confidence is very low on what the government will say. And all of these so-called scholars, because they, they are, most of them are corrupted. They have their tenure and, are not allowed to speak out of turn.
So what do conspiracy theorists believe about 3A Atlas? I think we kind of covered this already.
Yeah, that it's intelligently controlled by someone not from here.
Yeah, some are claiming it's a Trojan horse. There's some data on the internet where they say orbs are coming off of it, like it's dropping, like it's a mothership.
Yeah, yeah. They're saying that it's Project Bluebeam.
Yeah. A disguised alien probe scouting our solar system. Others suggest NASA is withholding data, especially high-resolution images from Mars orbiters. If you want to take a vacation, this is Avi Loeb, take it before October 29th, has been interpreted as a warning, fueling online speculation about government cover-ups and aliens.
Yeah. It's hard to tell what's going on with them, man, because they lie like they breathe.
True that.
For them.
True that. That's very true. All right. So you've been hinting at this. I think you're saying it's a psyop, right? You think it's Project Bluebeam. You've been ramming that the last 10 minutes or so, 15, 20
No,
minutes.
I'm just saying that it's a possibility. I'm not saying that that's what it is. I just don't want that to not be looked at because I don't know. I'm interested to see, but it's set up too nicely, and they are, it seems like a movie. These videos and like they're introducing the people to. It's gonna be aliens out here. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. But if people have been seeing these things throughout human history, everything you see isn't necessarily the government lying to you.
No, it's not.
And they have to
I know
reveal the
I've seen
truth.
a lot of things.
The truth has to be revealed. Right? On the other hand.
Yeah, at some point, it doesn't have to be right away. They still ain't said what happened to JFK or MLK, so.
Yeah. Yeah. So, space junk, mothership, psyop. So a psyop, this is all made up. There's nothing coming. None of these objects even exist.
Yeah, it's not that. That's
Well,
why.
not necessarily. I mean, because you do have amateur astronomers with equipment and they're seeing it. So they got to say something. You know what I mean? The government or the big science has to have their
they gotta have
control over the narrative.
Yeah. So they just throw their Tyson, whoever his name is, out there, and those people.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, and those people of such, and they knock
Well,
it
he's
down.
without even hearing him say it, he's saying it's a comet. I'd put this month's rent on the fact that he said this is a comet. Go ahead. I ain't mean to cut you off. I'm gonna look it up as you're talking.
Yeah, I think I saw him. He didn't. What I saw, he didn't say what it was, but he said alien is the last thing he would go to.
And he was smug about it, wasn't he?
Oh, very. And his definition, the way he went about it, I could see how you would get there. Because he still could get there if he followed his protocol, though.
Yeah.
But he wasn't trying to, he's trying to say, yeah, that'd be the last thing. So, right.
Yeah. I found a short.
Just like a spacecraft, it might be powered internally, perhaps even by something as advanced as nuclear energy.
Aliens paying us a visit from another star system? I don't know what it is. There isn't evidence to support it. So what's your first thought? Is it aliens? It's not my first thought. I promise you, it will be my last thought. But it's not in the list. It's in the list. It's just way down based on the history of trying to understand things that we don't understand. Where did the pyramids come from? And I'm saying, well, I'm thinking the ancient Egyptians built it. How could they have possibly built that? That's too complicated. They must have gotten help from aliens. Alien of the gaps. So this urge is strong. And I get it. And I feel it. And I want it to be true as well. We see things in the sky we can't explain. There's a light in the
No,
sky.
Mr. Science. We see these pyramids. You can't explain it. Explain that.
No, he cannot.
Why he's being smug about everything.
The sky, and it moves rapidly. I don't know what it is. Investigate it. Let's get more data. I'm all in. But the moment you say, I don't know what I'm looking at, therefore I know what I'm looking at. I'm looking at aliens.
Just like a spacecraft, it might be powered internally,
These people
perhaps
disgust
even
me,
by
man. They
something as
disgust me.
advanced as
They disgust me.
Well, they're playing their part. That's all I can say.
Yeah, he should do they should have had the other dude, Avi. They should sit down and go on Rogan or something and do a debate about this topic so we can have two scientists sit up there and smug each other out. Because I bet you, Avi, because people have said this guy's, as far as scientists go, he'd be way at the bottom, like where he's putting the aliens. There's been a lot of people who come out and say this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Scientists.
Yeah, man.
He hasn't won any awards, you know what I mean?
Some might say he's a plant.
Spook. What am I going with? Well, I'll tell you what I voted. I voted. What is Three Eye Atlas? 40% said alien probe. That's what I went with. 60% said space junk. Which one are you going with there, fella?
Yeah, I mean, if I had the choice between space junk and alien probe, I had to go with alien probe. I might have rubbed my bum.
Yeah, I should have had the option, but I probably should have had the option.
I probably
that would have. I think that would have been your first time, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that. It's ironic, and it's the one time I didn't put it in there.
Yeah, so I had to go with It's a lot of unnatural things, and them slipping in that it's an orbit.
Yeah.
It's if it's an orbit, how can you say that it's going to come in, leave, and never come back?
And that wild signal they keep burying.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think in the chat? Space junk or intelligence? We got the dome teaser. No orbit I keep. No signal I send. Am I lost or do I pretend? What is it, Brother Wordsmith?
I said 3I Atlas, the interstellar object.
Yeah. Now that would have got you 100%, because I think the answer you gave was 3I Atlas. They wanted interstellar object. So since you just put it together like that, that's exactly what we were looking for. The AI just said interstellar object, but you gave both, so there's no way you'd have lost points, or would have been thrown in the developmental classes at William H. Ray. They probably would have gave you some sort of extra credit for that.
Man, I would have ruled that school.
Yeah, you would have. They'd have loved you. You had a high yellow mom in education too. She'd have been coming up there reading them the riot act.
Yep. We would have been ruling all of the sports and all of that.
We was competitive, boy, out there, boy, on the hollow grounds. We was competitive, bro. Man, we was competitive.
We would have dominated.
Yeah. Yeah, they loved you, and you played baseball too. Oh yeah, Ray Royals, we was undefeated 3 straight seasons. His 4th season, we lost it 1 game, I think, my last year. Bullshit. They used to cheat for the blue gargoyle. That's when I started realizing this is some bullshit. Yeah, it was flat out cheating. They had the better bats, but they said then they made a rule.
That Charles went it under the alcoholic.
William, yeah,
they was like, how the fuck we didn't gave them the alcoholic.
He was a professional. I'm telling you, that's where Bad News Bears got their. I'm telling you, that's where Bad News Bears got it from us, man. I'm telling you, bro. That was William, man. He beat it. Yep, it's Belgian, but he was a professional tennis player, and he used to hustle people. So up there at the tennis courts over there on Cottage, right there, like 50, I think it's 55th. Some tennis courts right there at the Midway. Yeah. He used to be hustling people out there because nobody knew his black ass.
Not the Midway, right there.
University not the Midway. Yeah, it wasn't the Midway.
Yeah. University of Chicago.
Yeah, that's where they used to play football back 100 years ago. And they had them tennis courts. That's where we used to practice baseball. And he used to be out there making money. And that's why sometimes he wouldn't show up to the games or wouldn't show up to practice because he was out there trying to get his money back. He was out there hustling. That last year, his son was a manager.
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't the same. He was all right, but he didn't have that. William had some respect over there, man. I think William was putting paws on people or something. I don't know. He wasn't no little dude. He was about the size of Wakil. You know what I mean? He wasn't no little dude. Big ups for William. Let's see here.
He's still around,
I don't know. I've been meaning to ask Dave, my brother, if he know anything about this.
Yeah, we might need to find that dude. Get him.
You know what I'm saying?
Get him on the show if we can.
Yeah, he'd be spectacular. He would be spectacular.
He pulled himself together.
All right, y'all. The views expressed in this podcast are those of the host, the guests, and are not necessarily reflective of TATN or any affiliates. So, what do we make of 3I Atlas? What do we make of it? A cosmic accident, a forgotten fragment, or a silent emissary? PSYOP? The truth may be buried in data. or in denial. But one thing's clear: when the sky sends something strange, our response says more about us than it does about the object. Shrugging might be easier than asking why. As we close, remember, not every mystery arrives with a message, and not every silence means absence. Whether 3i is space junk or genius, its presence cracks open a door. What we choose to see, what we choose to ignore, reveals the limits of our imagination. Keep watching the skies. Stay curious. Stay informed. Stay aware. Stay engaged. And most importantly, stay true to self. Also, love yourself and everyone around you deeply. Remember, ask not what our culture can do for you, but what you can do for our culture. Silence is violence, and continue to question everything. The Self Love Show ain't Kansas, Toto. Peer down those rabbit holes and do your own research, but use caution because sometimes when you stare into the abyss stares right back at you. Peace, self love, honor, and respect. All right, we did our riddle. I don't know. We got anything for November 4?
Man, that's Uriel's birthday.
Is it?
Yep.
You want to reschedule?
Nah, man.
Okay. What, 14? 15?
16.
What?
And Gabby is a senior.
Yeah. Wow.
He's a sophomore.
Wow. Oh, he got a late birthday like me. Did y'all hold him back a year? Start him in school late?
They did.
Yeah, good. I wish my parents had did that too.
Yeah,
Not hating on him or nothing like that.
Nah, we were a year ahead. So,
I was a year behind. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I was a year ahead. You're right. But yeah, you're right. Ahead. Yes. I would have wanted to be with my class though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Me too, because like
think about it. Smoke would have been did Smoke graduate the same year you graduated?
Nah.
He'd have been gone. And think
It'd
about
been
how your
2
game
years.
went.
2 years gone.
Correct. Think about how your game was when we got down there to MP. You know what I mean? It was a whole different mindset.
Yeah, that was, most of that was getting rid of that coach too.
A lot of it was shaking that off, but some of it is maturity too. It's just that other year of basketball. Like you get to, you know what I'm saying? Not for everybody.
It would have helped, bro, because
it wouldn't have hurt.
I was always the youngest. Baseball and basketball.
Me too, man.
Right.
Yeah. You even younger because your birthday later than mine.
And I looked the oldest though. That was what was crazy.
Bro, what they was doing at Thornton, guys like me and you, we would have graduated in 90.
Yeah.
Understand me?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? You were pledging beta. Can you imagine if you were in high school at 90?
Yeah.
And there's some sophomore out there and they're saying he's all this and all that.
We went to the league.
Definitely would have had Division I scholarships.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Definitely. Man, I met this kid 6'2", Self, playing the one. Told him don't let him, he's at some school. I told him I'd check him out. 6'2" already, playing the one. I gave him some tips here and there. Copper colored. Boy, can you imagine freshman? Can you imagine if you was a 6'2" freshman Self with your handle? Now you're talking league.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna have one or two more growth spurts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we'll figure it out on Yuri's birthday, the angel. And then Sunday, we got Spolly Tricks. So we'll be doing, I think the Bears play at 10 a.m. again. Well, your time, 12.
Yeah. I don't know. I totally detached after the last game for I needed a breath of air.
Was that game boring? That game was boring to me.
It was frustrating because this motherfucker's wide open. I mean, and running game, like real talk. Some of them passes, if he would have handed the ball off, I just saw they were just, yeah.
Yeah, it's at noon your time, and so yeah, 10 a.m. my time. So we'll be doing a post game analysis reaction to the Bears Bengals on Mouthpiece included. It's always an open panel. Everybody's welcome to pull up, but if you do pull up, what self?
But not, I'm telling you, if you know what's best for you, you better make sure you don't forget your mouthpiece. Because you can get left all wet. Be all...
Yeah, trolls get hoes. You know, yeah, Hink. I told you be pulling up. I be calling Edmonds I call him Butch Stud Edmonds. He's he looks like a butch, for lack of a better term.
Who? I'm lost.
Edmonds, the linebacker. He looks like a stud lesbian. So we call him Butch Stud. And yeah, Hink be like, man, call him by his name. Hink, I think Hink might be in psychology or something. But Hink's always defending him. Oh, we be on Hink's ass. Like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? You like Butch Stud. Like you like you got a Butch Stud fetish.
Other opinion that it was like unpopular.
Oh, with Hink. I can't remember. Yeah, you was tripping last week on that. I can't remember what we was talking about. He didn't pull up last week. He'll probably pull up this week.
Yeah, it was something, Okay.
I tell you what, he be on Nail's ass too. He was ready to move off Nails after week 2.
Oh yeah, well, plenty of people are ready to move off of Nails. Nails need to get his painted nail out his bum and hit the people that are wide open.
Wifey was watching
scan
his
the field. Scan the field. And he's not open. All right. It's somebody wide open. Oh, yeah. He's wide open.
And if not, take off up the middle sometimes.
Yes. Just do like what you were doing in the 4-game winning streak, or at least the first 3 games of it.
Wifey saw his post-game interview, and she's very fond of the rainbow community. She don't homophobic at all. She was like, she said he's a truck driver. She sure said it. She said her gator went off, and yeah, and that's fine. He's painting all his nails pink.
Who cares? Play the game.
You sound like Diesel. I told Diesel, so if this guy was wearing 6-inch stilettos and wearing a thong out there with a dress as part of his uniform, you wouldn't care, would you? So as long as he's throwing 5-6 touchdowns a game.
I'm just saying, man. We went through Dennis Rodman, bro, and I didn't like what Dennis Rodman did off the court, and all the antics and all that. But I didn't care once he got on the court. And
Dennis Rodman was not your point guard.
He was not. But I just want this dude to play football. And I want to not be concerned about nails. I don't want to be concerned about nails. I really don't. Okay? I really don't.
Or halter tops. None of that bothers you, huh? The lip gloss on his lips. The pink phone case.
All of the.
You cool with all that, huh?
No, all of the Rodman shit bothers me, but if it only will not bother me is if he performs and plays football.
Listen, man, I keep hearing this Rodman comparison. And Rodman was already a Hall of Famer when we got him, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. You're right.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right. Before he pulled any of that.
This guy's stinking the court up.
I'm just saying if
Rodman was a rookie or a second-year player doing
I'm just saying if there was not a Dennis Rodman, it's no way I could, find anything redeemable or any way to justify any of this. All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If
Okay,
Rodman
so
was a rookie or a second-year player getting you 4 rebounds a game, or I'd say 8 rebounds a game, 0 points, you know what I mean? You'd be concerned. You'd be concerned about the nails. That's all.
I was concerned about the whole dress up when Rodman was doing it. So,
He was doing more
to
than
be
that.
perfectly honest,
He
I
was
know, I'm just saying, I was
he was
way
grabbing
more
guys in there. He was
concerned.
grabbing guys by their
I was
gonads on the
way
court.
more
He
concerned.
was committing sexual assault out there in front of everybody on the NBA court.
Well, he made it acceptable for
Didn't
nails for a
he?
meal.
Didn't he?
So,
Didn't he? He
all
was out there
right.
grabbing people's balls and they was fighting and getting texts, you know what I mean? And NBA was cool with it.
Yeah.
Think about it. If he did that today, if any player did like that, that'd be sexual assault, man. They'd catch a case.
For
Times was
sure.
different. Yeah, times was different.
For sure. Because,
No, but I hear you. I wouldn't care either if
it
he was
makes it
doing all
all
of
possible. If he was playing like he's supposed to.
it. But he's not. And I
Right.
got to sit here and tolerate all of this.
Well,
That's all I'm saying. I hear
nails.
you. I hear all of you guys, and I was the
The
same way.
name Nails is hilarious.
Perfect.
It is hilarious.
Self, if he was playing like
man.
Jaden Daniels or Drake May, I wouldn't be having this conversation with you right now.
Well, Jaden Daniels is not having a great year. If he played
Well,
like
he's been
he did
banged up.
last year.
He's been banged up, but still, he balled out last year. You saw what he could
did.
do. He's a tough SOB. He got them to the NFC Championship. Had Nails done that, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Oh shit! We wouldn't have a better team or coach if he did either. So we'd still had a fucking Eberflus. And
You guys are into it. Y'all like his whole package. That's fine.
No.
The
Eberflus is. They should have got rid of him. And it is pointing back to a certain person that was in control of all of that.
Ryan Poles.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've been off him for a while, so
when he passed up on Jaden, was named for the Eagles, the 3-tech, the dog. We can't manage him. Our coaching staff, nobody here can manage a player like that because we're all a bunch of pussies. So we moved in.
Eberflus was picking him. Yeah, it was terrible.
Man, you don't pass up on Dennis Rodman because you got a pussy ass coach who can't manage him. You don't pass up on, you know what I'm trying to say, Michael Jordan, because my coach can't manage this guy.
A lot of people do.
The Eagles didn't, and that's why they got a Super Bowl.
Houston and Portland passed on Michael Jordan, Jeffrey Jordan.
Yeah, well, Houston had a Hall of Famer at the 2 guard. And Portland, that was when it was you'd never you couldn't win a finals without a big. That was when the league was ramming that down everybody's throat. Remember that a smaller player never won a final like that without a big.
Houston, Portland had the 2 guard already.
Yeah, Portland.
You said Houston.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Houston had Akeem Olajuwon in the same draft. Shit.
Correct. Wait, well, who took? Oh, yeah, you're right. Correct. Houston had the dream. So another Hall of Famer they went out and got. So,
Yeah.
Who got him 2 chips when Mike was swinging at baseball. So, I mean,
Yeah. Then a beast. Whew. Yeah.
Man, you see Wemby P, boy, I told y'all, man, if there's going to be anybody that makes me say that's the GOAT, Wemby stays healthy. I know the rules are different, so I'll never go that. Ace hates it when I say it, but this MF, say what y'all want, that dude's falling.
Hopefully he's able to keep it up.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to get 4 chips for me to be like on this level. But I'm saying, he's going to make everybody, I'll say this. He's going to make people stop asking, is LeBron James the GOAT? You won't be hearing his name. Just like with Kobe, they stopped asking, is Kobe better than Mike when LeBron came around? He might not erase Mike, but he's going to erase Jokic. He's going to erase, all these other players. Mike would have dunked on him. He'd have went out his way to dunk on him, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I mean, prime Mike dunked on everybody.
That's how the GOAT got down, yo. He's singing, yeah. That's how he got down. All right, let me find something for you here. Let's see, yeah. All right. Juice WRLD. You want a J. Cole type beat or a Juice WRLD type beat?
Whatever spirit brings.
All right. All right, y'all. This brings me to my personal favorite part of the whole shebang, and that's going to be Wordsmith's final. Words out there, out there, out there, out there, out there, out there.
Yeah. Well, the 3-eye atlas makes me shrug, because I don't know. I'm unplugged. I ain't even know about it much before the show got booked. That's when I looked deeper, and then I got shook. I don't know nothing about that. It was true. I knew about the wow signal, but I didn't know the way it was compared to this, and how they looped the orbit in a way that didn't miss. It come together and smush. Something new. What you really want to do, what you really want to go through. Is it artificial? Why NASA playing games? They always holding back. They always some lames. They be making bullshit claims. It's a damn shame. But we need to look deeper. Look into your mind and into the speaker. It's trying to reach you. Keep the elevation of the motion. The frequency is like a potion. Let it settle in like the ocean. We need to see what's in front of our eyes. Be able to discern and realize what is wise. Pursue what to do, what to even give your attention to. Cause there's a lot of garbage out here. They want you to follow. They want you to father. They want you to be held back and not move farther in your spiritual stance. They want you to be stuck, left in their trance from their programming. They want to hold us back, so you're not even the king and queen, let alone the God and goddess we were born to be. Elevate mind, body, and soul. Individual, family, and community. We need some unity. We need the best for you and me. Is that what the I3 Atlas is here to show we? How to come together? Or was it Project Bluebeam? honestly don't know what it means. They've been lying to us and letting the truth seep between the seams. I learned more from my dreams than from this shit they put on TV and the internet. Did you call it in the World Wide Web? Yet the truth will set you free. Y'all gotta look within so we can see what we have in common. We need 13% of us to come together and decide where we should go and how we should move or whatever. Sever ties to this lame ass game. Let's rise. Getting all kinds of symbols and information from the skies. Realize, man, it's time for us to move on to a better situation for all of us involved. And solve these world problems. Self-love, honor, respect. Words.
Words. R.I.P. Juice WRLD. All right, Karen, you know what to do. Take us home, take us home. Big ups, Kai Zodiac.
Do you think you are the one? Honestly, I don't know. You know what that means? It's Latin. Means know thyself.
Time is now, my people. We must stand together.
I will eat the right foods that I
grow myself.
The wrong way stole
my health.
I'm glad to be me now and nobody else.
Man, know thyself.
I will eat the right foods that I
grow myself.
Cause the wrong way stole
my health.
I'm glad to be me now and nobody else. Yo,
Bullets.
getting the code and all the scriptures, potions and elixirs.
Come on, Karen. Bullets, a boomerang.
Stand your ground.
Murder is suicide.
Yeah, well, an eye for an eye.
Silence is violence.
See something, say something.
You want to be a slave? Vibrate greed. Ego. Fear. That's how they make you a slave. You end up in prison.
Okay. I know for sure, charity plus humility times love is freedom.
That's how you get out. Do not answer questions.
Question everything.
We've got two who can see.
Fear is cap. It's an illusion.
Yeah. Vibrate love.
See if you can hear it. You never die when you breathe in the Holy Spirit. Swine ain't divine, the people they won't go near it. Salad bar, spitting at your avatar here to bring you back to God. Just like Master Far sent you. The end ain't always happy.
And forgiveness is love's supreme vibration.
So, do something charitable for a so-called enemy and end a beef.
Healthy people, heal thy people. That's a commandment.
Yeah, because hurt people, for sure, gonna try to hurt people.
Free Larry Hoover, man, like Big Meech.
Free Jeff Ford.
Free all the guys, man.
Prison to slavery.
Check that 13th Amendment if you don't believe them. And be ya. Walk on water.
Man. Move mountains.
Oh, Mountain Dew.
Yes, sir. Week by week, that mountain is getting weak. It's moving. Look at it.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Being the one is just like being in love. No one can tell you you're in love, you just know it. Through and through. Balls to bone.
Still got them, bro.
Got mine.
Same, man. Stop snitching on y'allself. Take school serious.
Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because subscribing makes you feel good.